We're back!
AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz.
They say this is a big rich town. Yeah. And I just
Hold up.
Hold up.
They say this is a big
I just come from the poorest part.
Hey, bright lights, city lights. I gotta make it. This is where it goes down.
Whoa.
the only way to start power.
Only way to start power, yeah. What's up, everybody? We are back.
Yeah.
Power for AfterBuzz TV Season 6, Episode 1, titled Murders. I'm your host, Bamm Ericsen, and I would like to introduce the panel. To my left, we have Jill Munroe.
Hey, welcome back.
That is you, right?
That is me. That is me.
Making sure.
Slow.
And then to the left, we have Robin Ayers.
Hey everybody, I'm so excited to be back.
And we have Jimmy V.
It's your man Jimmy V. What's happening?
We are all ready for power.
So we have a lot to talk about.
Right there? Is that some sound? We gonna stop it, okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's a live feed. Yeah, you gotta move it.
Oh, that's us. Because we are live.
Yes, we are. So we are live,
how you know
and
this is really
so
live.
we want to give you guys just a breakdown of what we're talking about today. So we're gonna talk about a couple things. So the first thing we have is hashtag Big Rich Town Remix. Second topic is hashtag Rest in Peace Angela. The third topic is hashtag Team Ghost. Next topic is hashtag Team Tasha. Hashtag Team Tommy, and then we'll do a news and gossip from Jill reporting from the Power premiere at Madison Square Garden. And we have a new segment called Power After 5 Top 15 Moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Real
right.
quick, ma'am, if I could just holler at the fans and say thank you for joining in back for another season. You guys been reaching out to us on Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
Y'all are loyal. I like that. So shout out to y'all.
Yes. Thank you so much. So hashtag Big Rich Town Remix. So social media has spoken.
They went off.
Whew. They went off so much they got 50 to comment on that. Did you guys see that?
I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yes, and
He
then
commented twice. And can we just say, for the record, we love you, Trey Songz, Trigger, you know.
Right.
We love that energy. However, there is no better way to start power than with Joe's voice and the original. 50, you know that.
Yeah.
I don't know what dance floor people two-stepping to this remix. Come on, 50.
Yeah, and you know what? Because we watched it together. But here's the thing: we agreed that it's a great song. Like if we didn't compare it, it actually would be like a nice song. We just don't think it has that same punch that the one with Joe, right?
There's a famous saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's all I'm saying.
and
Does Joe owe 50 money?
So somebody, hey man, Monday, right?
But you know, also it would be different if earlier seasons they changed a song. Like if you look at like Cosby Show Different World, you know, after maybe about 2 seasons they would decide to kind of to change up the theme song. But on the final season that you want to change when this song has become so popular with it, to me it was just a bad decision on whoever decided to make that decision. I just think it was bad.
And
Change it back.
And
50.
Bam, we just had a small conversation right before going live. What if 50 planned this? It sounds kind of crazy, but we know he's known to kind of troll and kind of, you know, get people talking, which this ultimately is. It's got everybody talking.
I would agree. You never know.
So now let's go into our first topic of last night's episode. Hashtag RIP Angela.
Jeez.
First of all, did we see that? Did we see that coming?
I did.
Yeah.
You did.
Even though Courtney misled us.
Yeah. I was bamboozled. I'm not.
I was.
gonna lie.
So for those who were not watching this last season, so we asked Courtney straight up, was Angela dead? And she said no, that Angela's not dead. So technically speaking, she didn't lie. But what happened was Angela, at the top of the episode, she was alive. She was alive for 10 minutes. She died going into the surgery. So technically, she was alive at the end of the finale. But Courtney.
I remember Courtney went on her Instagram
Courtney.
and she told all the fans, like, hey, Angela's not dead. So everybody was going off of that. And then I remember
it's true.
going into her comments, everybody was going in, you lied to us, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So
she didn't lie. She didn't lie.
No.
But here's the thing. Remember, she wanted to keep her alive. If you guys watched the after piece with Courtney, and she said that she wanted to keep her alive and just have some, like, you know, intense moments for season 6, but she was talked out of it. And so technically she didn't lie, but I can't lie. I was very, very shocked. I was like, what? Like,
they started it off right.
I mean, that's the thing about it. They just started off with her, you know, dying. So that was kind of a shocking moment.
I thought she would live at least through the episode.
Yeah.
I thought she'd be hanging on, and we didn't know if Angie was going to die or not and wake up and turn on.
I thought she would be dead by episode 3, and then we would see flashbacks of Angie as Ghost hallucinates because he's so devastated. So what are your thoughts of Angela dead, besides the obviously with Courtney, you know?
Yeah.
Well, storyline wise, I think it starts the season off right, because she was, you could say, a liability at this point. So now that they X her out of the equation, nobody besides, there is one more witness that, of course, you know, they're working out, but nobody can snitch on Ghost because she did know a lot of the information of everything.
Yeah. So Angela had to die.
Yeah.
The reason why she had to die because we could no longer focus on Angela. It had to be about Tommy, it had to be about Ghost, and it has to be about Tariq. So, I mean, we don't, and Tasha, right. But, you know, I'm just talking about as far as the war is concerned. It's really like the two of them, and then Tariq is going to be like doing his thing or whatever. Tasha, of course, is involved in that, but I'm just saying we needed to focus on them as a storyline because remember, this is all we got. Y'all, this is all we got. It's season 6. It's a wrap. So basically, we have no more time to try to, you know, no, kill Angela. No, we don't like Angela. We have no more time for that. We got to get busy and we got to start killing off folks. They had
Facts.
2 deaths.
Early. Early.
Right. So, yeah, she had to go.
So, okay, so with Angela dead, so obviously, so now a couple questions. So Angela's sister's pause. She was influenced by Cooper Saxe to sign off on getting the autopsy done. So my question to you is, now, will this help or hurt she and the task force by thinking Ghost killed Angela?
It's going to hurt them. Because they're going to be chasing Ghost, not trying to be funny, but they're going to be looking in all the wrong direction. They're going to miss clues. Maybe they'll circle back and pick it up, but we've seen a lot of obsession throughout the seasons from the different characters. So if Cooper Saxe is about to take on that obsessive role with the detective, what is it? Detective Blanca. You know, them thinking Angie was part of the movement. Was she going to flip? Because they don't know what she was going to do either. And I think that influences how they think Ghost was moving.
Jill, I'm going to be on the opposite side, okay? I think Paz, her goal is to find out who killed her sister, no matter what. And at this point, this is the only lead that they actually have. So I completely understand. She's like, I'm going to do everything in my power to figure out who actually did this. And then real quick, ma'am, I did want to shout out to the actress who played Paz, Elizabeth Rodriguez. I don't know if you guys noticed, but she was the only character who brought that emotional, my sister just died, the grieving, the crying. Nobody else. That's crazy. I just noticed that she was carrying that the whole show. So
well, Ghost was, but just in a different way.
Right.
Man, Ghost is
not the way that I thought he would have. But I think he's going to have a moment somewhere in the season, like, you know, where you just break down.
But also, there are some people who do not respond emotionally so quick. Florida
Evans, check this out.
The Bowl.
Listen, okay. Agree with me.
Camp on
you gotta agree with me on this. Ghost broke down more when he broke up with her and he was crying outside her door. We were like, Ghost, get up off the floor. Like, he cried more than he did when she died.
I think he's filled with vengeance right now. I think that right now.
That's why he shot out the thing. But go ahead.
You know, I believe that's what it is, and that his grief is going to come later. Because keep in mind, timeline-wise, also there's a very short window, I think, for those type of powerful deaths between Raina's death and now Angela's death, and a lot of things that have come in between. So
it's like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Really?
So I feel like, you know, he's gonna get emotional later.
I agree.
Yeah.
When he starts to deal with his
which too, man. How is my man standing? All right, lost his daughter, lost the love of his life.
But if you watch, he was walking in a daze in the hospital onto the like he was in a daze the whole entire time. But let's move on.
Okay.
I have one other question regarding Paz. Do you think that so obviously Ghost James did not kill Angela, so I think that possibly may force Paz to look at Ghost different, because there's gonna maybe some information that comes up and she has to change her mind on how she feels about him, because she hates and she blames him for everything, but he didn't kill her. So I wonder if she's going to regret. No? All right.
Because like she said, no, because she said it. You lied to her, you strung her along, you said you were gonna marry her, she lost her career for you, and it's always been about you. None of that's going to change, because the bottom line is, even if you didn't pull the trigger, essentially you put the gun in the person's hand, because being involved with him caused her downfall. And that's what she's feeling. I'm not saying that that's it 1-to-1, but who cares that you didn't actually shoot her?
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Mo Petty Pablo was ready to come out, but I'm gonna save him. I'm gonna save him for later. So Cooper Saxe. So all the original task members are dead except for Cooper Saxe. So Tamika got fired. Donovan, he's not really. He's not.
Right.
Donovan's just
cool.
He in the background.
Rep his.
But when he chimes in, he's hilarious.
Yeah, and so now Jacob Horner is the new U.S. Attorney of the Eastern District. So Cooper confesses that Angela's death was provoked by a leak, which was by him. Then he tells Proctor that Angela was not the witness in question. So now Cooper wants to set up this trap that takes down James, Tasha, Tommy, and Proctor, who is also an accomplice. Is he over his head?
Obsession.
Well, we saw this before. We saw this with Greg.
Yes.
We also saw it with Angela, like as far as like getting in too deep over your head, and then ultimately these people, and then we saw it with everybody. Basically,
even
everybody gets upset.
You think about it too, John Mock too, him wanting to get back at Proctor so badly, some of the moves he pulled.
Yeah, so they break. So here's the thing about them. Shout out to Shane though. Like I'm excited to see his role grow as Cooper Saxe. But here's the thing. Like, they get so obsessive, you know, and like they said in there, it gets personal for all of them. I think it is going to have him end up in the grave. But the only thing that makes me think differently is the fact that they kind of need him. He's the only one on the task force that is holding it down. Like, who else is going to step up to the plate?
So speaking of the task force, so now Blanca, who I think that we don't like her. So now she and Cooper are going to join forces and create a new task force. Maybe they'll bring Tamika back. Maybe Donovan will come along. I'm not sure how this is going to go. But my question is, what's the purpose of the task force, being that when the autopsy comes back, there's no evidence that it's Ghost?
Oh, there's a purpose for the task force. Let's remember, this all takes place, within 4, 5, 6 months time period? Yeah. You've had a dirty, with Sandoval in there, who also was murdered in jail, who was giving information to an informant. You have Greg, who was stalking the ADA and also went rogue in some assignments, was wrong, but was still right ultimately in what they accused them of. Now you have Angela dying. Yeah, there needs to be a task force in there, because there's obviously a problem in your office.
Well, technically, so Cooper said to him that he still believes that Joe Proctor is his best shot at a comprehensive witness against St. Patrick's criminal organization. And remember, Proctor still has a laptop in the PO box. So technically speaking, the task force it has its purpose, because he has to go through Joe Proctor in order to take them down, because Maria Suarez, she doesn't know what he looks like. Victor is not on the show anymore, who took her away.
Yeah.
I don't see the Suarez. It was kind of pointless.
It was loose.
Yeah. I don't see the point of that.
Just really quickly, because a couple of people agree with us. Quintessential 2, he said, or she, I'm sorry. It says, Paz has never seen it for Ghost. Nothing will change that. So definitely agreeing with Jill right there. And then Blanca can die too, said hard to get help.
Blanca can get a bullet.
Shout out to the
actress that plays her.
Yeah, she's great.
I think Blanca is going to be the piece that has the potential to take any of this down, because she's not involved. She just wants to do it. Although I do wonder if there is some type of connection that we don't know about.
Well, we thought that last season because of the way that she was sort of into Angela. We don't know, but maybe that'll come up at some point in the future.
I think it seems personal. There's that word again.
It does. And she brings that aggression that the task force actually needs.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out,
Okay, so anything else about Cooper, the new task force, or that? If not, Jimmy, take it away.
I'll say I'm actually enjoying that Cooper, his storyline is getting a lot more larger, maybe larger than what he expected.
And I'm happy for him because we had same management at one time, so I'm really happy that his
Real quick plug.
Humble brag, right? Yeah. Drop.
I'm really happy for him that he's the last man standing. Like no one saw Cooper Saxe. I thought David Sandoval would probably go the longest because he had this big secret. But Cooper Saxe, I mean,
Mike Sandoval.
Yeah, Mike Sandoval. But I mean, damn, 6 seasons. He's the last man. They're all dead except for him.
Also, too, shout out to him and his wife. I had a dope conversation with them on the red carpet, which you can find on Red Carpet Interviews on AfterBuzz. Little plug there. But they're just really humbled, great people, and Cooper said we are in for a ride this season here. So let me speed on up though. Team Ghost. I would like the live chat to let us know who are you down with. Team Ghost, Team Tommy. Let us know. We will be sure to check that out. But we already spoke about Ghost's reaction to Angela's death. Like we've seen in previous seasons, he goes to kill other people to get over his actual deaths in his actual life, So Ghost is very interesting when it comes to deaths himself. But I did want to mention this during his interrogation when they first brought him when he was in the hospital. He kept number one rule in the streets. Do you guys know what the number one rule is?
No snitching.
Okay, I knew I liked you guys.
Streets,
all right, so even though that was his man Tommy that did it, he still kept it. I have no idea who, and that speaks a lot.
I mean, no, it really doesn't.
No, I'm talking for my street people now. What you mean?
Because he's not gonna snitch on Tommy because he wants to take him out himself.
I get that.
Send Tommy to jail. So why is he gonna tell the police? No, he needs Tommy to be available, moving around, so he can catch him slipping. And do him the way that he wants to and take out all his aggression. That has nothing to do with stop snitching.
You got a point there, but street rules always apply in power.
Yeah, you are right about the streets. That is the rule.
And truthfully, snitching comes into play when need be, because they've all dropped some snitching little situations when it helped to move their chess piece on the board.
Are we talking about power specifically or
power specifically?
Okay,
power specifically. Ghost has dropped some information when he went to Stern's wife and let her know about those accounts because Stern took his club. Is that not snitching?
Good point.
It's snitching.
Using information to your own leverage, I guess we'll call it there. But what do you guys think of Tariq when he ran in on Ghost and Tommy having their little, fight, and he showed zero respect for his father, Ghost?
You know what I thought was interesting though? At the same time, Initially, he did because he said, "Dad, Tommy, what's going on?" But then when they calmed down and he kind of got over his shock, then it was Ghost. And he says Ghost to him. I feel like it's kind of like him spitting at him because the name Ghost represents a lot for Jamie, even though he's out of the street life. And when Tariq says it, I feel like he's saying it like, you
disrespectful.
Yeah, you ain't nothing.
Not only Ghost. That, but I think sometimes kids, they do things to get attention, to seek attention. And I think when he says it and how he puts so much emphasis on the word ghost, Tariq gets a bad rap. Everyone doesn't like him, but we've had many conversations about this, and Tasha and Ghost have been bad parents in the sense of they won't sit this boy down and talk to him about what we are really about. So
I don't think it's necessary at this point.
No, it's not necessary, but I feel like Ghost would get Tariq's respect if they sit down and just, like, they've already explained to him what to do after you kill a body. So now just be honest. Stop the
You don't feel Tasha was in the car when she told him about Angela's death? But we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm done on that. I'm done.
Okay. So go ahead.
Sorry, going back to wow, this thing is moving very fast. Someone said that the reason that Ghost did not snitch out Tommy is because it implicates him.
That too.
And
all of that.
All of that.
Self-preservation.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't see who
Which
the
is
name
why, Tommy thinking, Terezi was only going to dime Ghost out, how he didn't think that would somehow double back on him too, because their business is so intertwined. But another time.
So can I just say this real quick in regards to Tariq? Number one, we saw him getting disrespectful at the end of last season, so this shouldn't surprise anyone. And yes, majority of America wants to take a belt to Tariq and get down, with him or whatever. But you know what? I once heard said by a wise man who is an acting coach, and he said that any person, right, if we're looking at him as the villain, he's always right. Like, so the character is right in his mind. So Tariq, in his mind, has a reason. So if we can take a look at it from that perspective and those lenses, and say, you know what, he probably does have a right with all of the things going on with Ghost and how he treated him. He probably does have a right to kind of like get at his dad like that.
Oh, you've been taking some acting.
I mean, I know some folks.
Yeah, the acting perspective over here. Okay.
Next topic. Let's go.
So hashtag Team Tasha. I am all about Tasha to a certain extent, because Tasha.
Are you her team then?
I mean, here's the thing. Everybody plays their role. Tasha could have made some different choices, but she made the choices that she made. And I think initially a lot of it that we've talked about has to do with she was young when she got with Ghost. All she knew was the streets and money. She tried to better herself as much as she could, but now we're here. So Tommy needed an alibi from Tasha. My thing is, I guess, obviously, Tasha's upset with Ghost, but it impacts her children. I wouldn't want to be in Tasha's predicament, because you think about where Tasha is right now. In this season, she has one child dead. Tariq is lying. He might end up being another one dead. Ghost is all over the place. Tommy's trying to kill him. And her man is gone, who she thought was going to rescue her. And as her mother pointed out, no money, no job, no prospects.
That's a realization. So you don't have a plan.
You don't have a plan. But Tommy needs you, so it's a really sticky situation. Would you have an alibi for Tommy? Would you hold him down?
Robin?
I don't know about all of that. I just, I'm not sure that I would or not. So, Jimmy, would you?
I think it's a matter of, at that point, once again, are you with your baby daddy for your family, or are you riding with Tommy? I think it's just as simple as that. So if Tasha does ride with Tommy, then she got some issues in my book.
I'm waiting for the next one so I can keep going.
For the next topic?
For the next part of this.
Alright, so Bamm has some petty issues he's going to be touching on shortly.
We all know he likes to drag Tasha, but go ahead.
Right. So let's talk about Ghost and Tasha's argument. The audacity. Two things men always have: the nerve and the audacity to tell Tasha, I just lost the woman I love.
That was crazy.
How dare you say that to your wife? Are you crazy?
I was like, bro, now is not the time. All right.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. However, right? We know what's up. Tasha knows what's up. They both discuss this. They know that they are just in a business now. Wife or not, they are keeping even the marriage together just for business reasons and for the look and for publicity.
But don't look to me for sympathy.
Right. Yeah.
It's a business.
I will say that you're right. Don't come to her for sympathy. But again, as we said last night at the party, I believe that Ghost and Tasha was in a business relationship, and I believe that they had rules. Like, don't bring that bitch, don't bring in, like, don't bring, do what you do, but don't let me see him. Like, keep it. And so Ghost technically did break the rule. Tasha may have cheated first or implied based off of how Courtney explained it. But Ghost, that was wrong.
Ghost had been cheating throughout their relationship.
I mean, also too, Tasha did say keep effing that girl until I start.
She did.
So let's not forget.
However, I'm not saying, but again, here's my thing. You want me to be sympathetic to you in this moment about your loss. We're business associates.
I agree with that.
Did you cry with me about my loss for Terry Silver?
No.
Have you said anything to me? No. What did you tell me?
And
so,
matter of fact, I killed him, but I still haven't told you.
And even with Terry Silver, when she even mentioned the man she loves, okay, Tasha, let's be real. You don't love the man. Let's just
everything about that irritates me. It just
she loves the idea that he would take her away.
It irritates me that it's Terry Silver. Like, I mean, come on.
Right.
Like, I could have handled Sean better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
And I've already dragged her about her love for Terry Silver after she didn't want to be out the drug business, so I'm gonna save her. But I want to drag her for the next thing. So she says that she wants a divorce. May I please?
Go ahead.
Okay, so
Go ahead, Bamm.
Notes.
Let me read my notes.
Big.
So Tasha and Mama have a conversation at the restaurant.
Come through, Mom.
Now Mama says, Tasha, you should be happy. Tasha should be happy that the other woman is dead and that she can't leave Ghost because she has nothing. She don't have an apartment. She don't have any of those things, and that Ghost won't allow her to leave. Now I do believe in season 1. I'm gonna sound like Courtney. Well, you know in season 1, when she goes into that. So I believe in season 1, episode 1 or 2. Mama couldn't stand Ghost. She was sitting at the table. She was feeding the little baby that we never see. Rolling her eyes, being mad, rude, disrespectful. Although he paid for the house that she has. And then you guys remember the scene from Love and Basketball with her and Dennis Haysbert when he was going broke and he told the mama Angie. The character, he was like, don't worry, I'll keep your ass with Gucci and diamonds.
Gucci and diamonds.
So Ghost pretty much keeps you in Gucci and diamonds and all those things, and you rolling your eyes and you being mad disrespectful.
So?
And
Exactly. That's what Tasha was doing.
I don't have time.
She's a mother. Again, Ghost has been cheating likely throughout the entire relationship.
And Tasha too.
There's been a lack of respect.
So again, she questions all these things. She doesn't like him. So now she is defending Ghost and saying that she can't leave because she don't have a problem. Siri, can you play Juveniles? She get it from her mama? Because I suspect that Tasha gets her skankness from mama.
Okay. So Bamm just dropped the mic over there. Okay, listen.
Siri, Juvenile, she get it from her mom? No. She's a skank. She get it from her mama.
Okay, but listen. Do we know?
Hey,
right on time.
Shout out
that
boy engineer.
I see you. Okay.
All right.
Okay, but can I just throw something in there?
Okay.
I don't know if Mom was necessarily defending Ghost, or was she always just saying, Tasha, you like be grateful for where you are, keep a happy home. I don't know that she liked Ghost then and dislikes him now, or feels the same way. I just think that she was still saying the same thing. You don't have anywhere to go. Stay here. Be happy with what you have. So I don't know if it had anything to do with Ghost really more so than her daughter.
Very true. And now I'll move on to the other side of that. I remember early when we were doing the after show, there was a scene when she and Lakeisha was getting ready to go shopping, and he told her to go do take the clothes and burn an incinerator. And she grabbed like probably $25,000 for him to go shopping. And I remember saying something of, I wonder if she's taking the money and she's stashing it to keep, because I believe that every woman should always have a purse in your closet somewhere, and you need stash and
snatching money.
You need
to be liquid,
yes,
girls.
Absolutely. You need a secret stash that he does not know about, and you need to have money in case something like this happens. So you've had access to all this money, and you broke and you can't afford an apartment. Like Tasha, no. So I said something nice about her.
For the first time on AfterBuzz TV.
There you have it.
So can we talk about Team Tommy now?
Yes, and very quickly, because we going through the live chat over here. So Brownie 8986 says, I don't want to say defending, but she is laying out the facts unapologetically. Yep. Yeah. And I definitely agree with that.
Who, Tasha?
No, her mom.
Tasha,
her mom.
Yeah.
But Mike Moultrie did say Bamm always keeps it real. So, go ahead with yourself, Bamm. All right, let's talk about Tommy real quick, because Tommy, I do feel like, was the star of this particular episode, whether we like it or not, ladies and gentlemen. But so here's my Team Tommy. Okay, represent that then, Jill. Represent it. So let's talk about the fight when Tariq walked in. I mean, we're gonna go back to that for a quick second. Did you guys notice that at the end of the season 5, remember when Tariq first stepped up to his dad and he was like, I killed, or Kanan, I took I'm the only one who loved him, but I took him out basically for the family. And he was like, nobody's hurt, right? We're alive. And then Tommy got at Tariq. That was the first time and the only time that I really remember him stepping up in an authoritative kind of way. So that rolled over into season 6. He's now talking to Tariq and being a little bit more forceful, and I think that Ghost is looking at this like, what's going on? To me, that might be a little bit of foreshadowing about who's going to be the last man standing, because we kind of think Tariq is going to be around and start something new, right?
Yes.
Tommy then is because there's a scene also, and I don't want to jump everywhere, but there's a scene where Ghost is, remember when he was initially going to take out Tommy, when he was getting out the car and he pulled out his gun, then he sees
Tariq was there.
Yeah, he sees Tariq get out the car. Well, he was shocked and he was mad and he was all of those things that he sees Tommy and Tariq together, like he's taking over the daddy role.
Right.
Do you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay, well then we all agree with that. Let's talk about the fact that Tariq called Tommy to put out Kanan's ashes.
Yes, which I thought was a great scene. You know, they threw on the Bone Thugs and Harmony one time, blah, blah, blah. Shout out to Kanan, of course, right there, passed away.
I like the Tommy did
Jill,
too.
you not feeling the scene, no?
No. I was feeling the scene. It made sense. I know that Tariq felt a lot of feelings for Kanan. It was complicated, you know? He couldn't go to his dad with that complicated feelings because his dad wouldn't even hear him out. Tommy is at least going to listen. Even if Tommy doesn't agree, he's at least going to let him get those feelings off, which I think is a big thing that is happening because Tariq has had a lot of feelings and turning to the wrong places to work through them.
Which there's very important dialogue in that specific scene. Tariq said he doesn't even know if turning on Kanan was the right move. So that just shows he's torn. Yeah. Doesn't know whose side he should actually be on.
And it's crazy that he can't even go to his dad to really kind of keep it real. He's got to go to Tommy. It kind of shows you what's going on.
But that's why he has those feelings for Kanan and Tommy and for Dre, because he feels abandoned by his dad, that his dad chose Angela and this new life. I know everybody's like, he just wanted to live his dream and open up a nightclub, but he also lost sight of his kids in that process.
Yeah. So, and then on top of that, like again last night we were talking, you know, it was like, kids, you're coming over for the weekend to stay with my new girlfriend. It's like, what the? Like,
I don't know her like that.
There was,
why are we doing
there
this?
There was no conversation with the kids, and that is why Tariq is feeling the way that they're feeling. Tasha's doing better about it, but again, there needs to be a sit down. Obviously, like you said, it's too late, but it's not too late to still talk to them about some things, because I mean, Tariq did call.
Yeah. So in true Tommy fashion, let's talk about how he was real dope and pulled out the Bone Thugs and Harmony song and he started singing it with him. Yeah. But shout out to, is it Blizzo or B Lizzo 1 who said, and take a bow, the after show played Crossroads after Kanan passed, only for the season premiere to let Tommy play it. So we definitely, I think that was hilarious that it was sort of a thing that we had done. But yes.
Because, someone mentioned, I can't remember if it was Courtney or the writer that was on the official after show, that they saw a meme with Kanan and Crossroads on it, and that they then decided that they would use it for that moment. Yeah. So
okay.
I'm sorry, Joe. You said the official after show. Now I'm sorry. We are the official after show.
My bad. That's not what I meant.
You know what I mean?
Confidential.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
cool.
You're right. Correct my language. That is correct, because we've been here longer and we got more for you.
Type of way.
My bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I'm gonna say Tommy and Keisha.
Yes.
Tommy and Keisha. What do you guys think about the two of them? Where they're going with this? What do you think? How she handled the situation with Tommy?
Lakeisha's a dummy. She's always been a little dumb. Lakeisha's showing her dumb thing. She put her whole bare hand on the gun to throw it in the river.
If anybody missed that, you're supposed to. I mean, I'm not in the street life, but I'm just saying.
You don't have to be in the street life.
You're gonna get rid of something. Don't have your fingerprints on any type of firearm.
But also, let's keep it real. You know how many dead bodies are in New York in the rivers? So the likeliness of them being able to find that.
I don't care.
No, but it's a
reason.
Very important thing, especially inside power.
There was a reason they showed us that.
Absolutely, exactly. It is a reason. But if that gun is found, I'm going to speak negative of that storyline because it's just too
far-fetched for them to find. But do you guys remember when Ghost broke into Angie's apartment and
put his hand?
They showed Zach put his hand. We didn't think it could have been a big deal until they showed that the hands was on there. So I mean, same thing with Lakeisha and this gun. There was a reason that they showed it. I'm not sure, but this really kind of depicted for me the difference between Lakeisha and Tasha. Tasha is a G. Okay, Tasha is from the street. She knows she's very calm. That's why everybody comes to her and say, Tasha, I need you to help me out. Lakeisha was freaking out. Tommy, oh my God, what are you? And I was just like, girl,
relax.
Like you can't be with a dude like that.
And listen, Tommy offered to send her and her son away. No, Tommy, I'm gonna stay here and do what?
So I think that Lakeisha's problem is Lakeisha is so thirsty to have.
She just wants to be involved.
She wants her port. She wants her side of Tasha and Ghost, and she's so desperate to do it that she's willing to step out of her comfort zone in order to do this. Like when he called her to tell her that to meet him and that he needed to do the number that you do when you kill somebody. Yeah. She said something and she was like, "Dang, you didn't even ask me how I." Like she has no idea what she's about to get into. She's all about love and relationship, and she is simply with the wrong dude.
She's with the wrong dude. Okay, so do we all agree about that?
Yes, we do.
All right, so Tommy kills Frankie G.
Yes.
Is that a need for him to make a point about that?
I think that was frustration.
Yes, for sure.
Because he's having difficulty.
Yeah, so just all over. Difficulty getting his product right away. The thing with, obviously with Angela and Ghost, Lakeisha's freaking out. Like you said, he has to keep her calm because he needs her. He doesn't know what Tasha's going to do with the alibi, so he's just anxious.
And the whole check thing having to clear, a $2 million check.
Yeah, but no, I think that was the reason that he said just so he can come back later and they can kind of come up with this whole plan, which was a very smart plan, and it leads to the next topic. You guys, go ahead.
Real quick, I did want to mention about that specific scene. I don't know if the writers were paying tribute to Paid in Full, which is obviously a New York classic, but there was the dialogue there, niggas die every day, B.
Right.
Everybody was cracking up
Spanky,
on that specific thing. And there's a scene in Paid in Full where Rico, somebody came to get some product from Rico and Rico didn't have it, and the exact words of "you ain't shit" without Ghost was "you ain't shit" without Mitch. So I think the writing was inspired by that whole scene in Paid in Full. So
Nice.
Good research, Jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Hold it down.
You know what I'm saying? So, Ghost took out Tommy, quote unquote.
Yeah.
What did y'all think about that? Like, I was a little surprised at the fact that Ghost he shot him up, but didn't. I mean, maybe he just saw because he the guy who was in there knelt over or whatever that he killed him. Maybe he just automatically assumed it. But for guys like this who come from the street, don't they need to check and make sure that their person is dead?
They're at the top of the food chain, right? So
Tommy didn't check to make sure Angela was dead.
Well, he said that he couldn't. I thought about that, but he couldn't because Ghost was right there.
I think, no, you pop and you get out of there. You trust that you hit your target. Yeah. I feel like Ghost was remorseful. He looked sad, like after he thought he killed Tommy.
Right,
he looked like, damn, I killed Tommy.
Really just killed my man.
Yeah, I don't know if it was sad. I just thought that he was just like a whole, like, damn, what is happening? Like, this is happening. You know what I'm saying? And maybe sad is a part of it, but, I think he was just like really kind of overwhelmed or underwhelmed. I don't know.
I do. I think that I think it was a lot of emotions, and again, because the only woman that he's loved, well, he's loved two women. He loves Raina, his daughter, and he loves Angie. So those are only two women that he's loved. So for him to see his best friend, his brother,
you don't believe he ever loved Tasha?
No, not like in love. I think he loves her, but he's never been like in love.
I agree with that.
Okay. Like he has love. So anyway, I think that he was feeling that way because of he didn't want to do it, but he knew he had to do it. And then what's also interesting to me is, so as we're watching this, we understand and yelling at the TV because we know all the details, and all the other characters don't know all the details.
Yeah.
So Tommy's mad at Ghost because his dad was going to rat him out, so then he kills his dad. But Tommy, you and Ghost have so much dirt together since you were like 12, 13 years old. But because he's irrational, he's also a psychopath, and he doesn't also realize that if they take Tasha, Tommy, or Ghost in, y'all all dead. Y'all all gone because you guys are a trinity. Like you guys are a package deal. But we're watching this, but they don't understand it because all the communication, everything's like all out of place right now. So
I am so disappointed because all this requires is a conversation. Just a conversation for the two of them to understand, because
they tried.
Tommy, no, not really.
No,
I mean, they were talking
fought.
as they fought. Okay, they were talking as they fought, saying you know whatever they were saying. But the point is that Tommy really believes that Ghost set him up when that's actually not true.
Right.
Ghost had the information that he was a rat, which was absolutely true. He just didn't know that he was not gonna turn on Tommy, that he was gonna turn on him.
And he changed his mind about that later, because honestly, they let him out to get both of them. It wasn't just, we just want Ghost. That changed because they were trying to get to Ghost through Tommy. So it was because when Connie told him something about, being good to Tommy or something like that. Remember that conversation they had? Yeah. So I just feel like that changed his mindset a little.
And then also, like Tommy said when they were fighting, I'm glad that I missed and I got her. Like, because Tommy has actually always wanted Angela dead. And the reason that their communication has gone sour is because Angela came and infiltrated their trinity.
Yeah.
And Tommy has never liked that. So
there it is.
There it is.
There you go. Speak your truth.
Anything else before we go into some other?
Y'all can go. I still got so much more to say. We just don't have a lot of time. But you guys, go ahead.
Well, we
more
have
to come.
We have 2 minutes. So before we go into the last two segments, which is news and gossip, and our new segment, is there anything else?
No, there's nothing that I'm going to say.
Oh no, I also wanted to know. Tariq had a pretty important line right after he got off the phone with Ghost. He was speaking to the random white boy in the room talking about killing people. So I don't know what that was about there, but he did mention to him, I need to play nice for now. One thing that after speaking with Michael on the carpet, he said that this season Tariq is all about setting himself up. So I think right now he's gonna play a little. He
totally has to, but you also have to remember his father is James St. Patrick and his mom is Tasha. Like, he's very smart. So to be smart, because I mean Tariq is not really from the he's not a street dude, but he gets the influence from his parents, and plus he's smart. I will go into some predictions, but I have some stuff that we'll talk about.
Okay.
In regards to that.
There, just before we continue, SB in the chat room is saying Lakeisha is not about that life. We definitely agree with that. And J Night Life says Lakeisha is a snake. It's okay. I mean, maybe Lakeisha really is a snake, because we see her already turning on Tasha, and she doesn't want Tommy to really deal with. She wants him to take out Ghost. So hey, maybe she is a snake.
Okay, so and to our next segment now. Let's go into news and gossip presented by Munroe.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So this is just an update. Last week, the Power Panel, minus Robin, she had some prior commitments that were very important that she had to take care of, hit New York for the premiere of Power. We were on the red carpet.
Madison Square Garden.
Hey.
And we actually, the fun thing was when we went to the after party, we ran into some AfterBuzz TV fans that are fans of the Power After Show. So shout out to Liz, shout out to Cartricia. They stopped us and they said they are always watching. Their photos are right there. They snapped it up with us. They were waiting for us to come back.
That's so dope. And they are so loyal.
Right. Yeah. So we appreciate that. And if you guys see us out someplace, holla, hit us up. And of course, where we'll talk about later, where to find us on social media. And we are going to be doing a little segment also after the after show, where we'll give you some more tidbits from the premiere and the concert. So that's it.
Yeah. So now we have this new segment which we call we call the Top AfterBuzz Power Moments. So through all the seasons, we've been watching all the different after shows, and we have some moments that we would like to share with you. So each week we're going to give you a moment from the past after shows of things that we like.
Bam, I need you to be a little bit more excited about that. We're going
Like
all
you're
the way
in
back
it.
to season 1.
We got these clips. I'm gonna show y'all.
Listen.
If y'all trying to see him,
I'm excited about
Bam is excited in his own way. We love you, Bam.
Right.
I'm excited. No, I'm not that. Hey, I'm
Right.
just. But,
That's all right. We got that for you, Bam.
I got that part. Okay.
Yeah.
But thank you. So top 15. So here is one of our top 15 moments here at AfterBuzz TV for the Power After Show. Roll it.
Pulling it up.
All right. So
Roll it in a second.
But in the meantime, it's so interesting to watch. I forget about a lot of the stuff that
About
we
the
say.
old. Okay, so I wonder if there's anyone in the chat room who is a real OG fan who's been with us since the very beginning of season 1. I would like for you guys to say I've been here, I've watched, or whatever, and I want to know some of their favorite moments as well. But yeah, we'll pull ours up every week, so that's exciting.
That'd be dope.
And while he's pulling up the clip that you're going to see is from the very first guest that we've ever had for the Power After Show.
Yes.
Ryan, it was in the rundown. The link to
Sorry
it.
about that.
That's okay.
It's okay. So, but in the meantime, while he's pulling up the clip, let's go into some predictions.
Oh,
That sounds good.
start it off,
Your
Jimmy.
AfterBuzz
Okay, sure.
TV prediction.
So I'm very excited. Honestly, we haven't spoken about this person yet, but Dre. I'm excited to see where he comes to play in this season. I do believe he'll be getting killed off and early in the season as well. But after having a chance to speak with Timmy about the character, he did mention that Dre focuses more on his family. So I'm trying to see how that intertwines with everything that goes around with Power. So
Well, you stole mine, but I'm interested because remember last season? I keep going back to last season because it was so good and it led perfectly into this season. But do you guys remember when he was talking to Angela about being put into protective custody, and he said just me and my daughter? He was like, forget about the mother, and she was like, damn, like that's cold. So I definitely think that we'll see obviously his daughter this season, but I definitely think he's getting killed off. I don't know at what point, but I don't think he's gonna make it out this season alive. So that's my prediction.
My prediction is for Proctor. I think Proctor's going to see some major action. Proctor's been a G in how he's handled all of this and his selective. He's wanted to reveal some stuff, but we also learned in those hearings that he has his own little shady criminal background to play off of. So he's not as square as we once thought. So I'm excited to see what happens with him.
But I want Proctor as my attorney though.
for real,
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that after. We'll do that last. So I have a couple predictions. So originally I thought that Angela will be dead the third episode, and then we will see her as a hallucination for Ghost because he's kind of going through it. But now that she's dead, I think by episode 3 there's going to be another big major character who's gone. Dre dead. Lawrence Tate, I forgot his character's name.
Councilman Tate.
Councilman Tate. He's dead. He will be dead soon. So episode 3, I'm expecting somebody major to die. Also, I think that although Tasha is seeking revenge against Ghost, I think the two of them are going to have to eventually form back together to take out Tommy and Keisha. Because because I've always said Tasha needs to get her hands dirty. Tasha has not killed anyone.
That's right.
I'm not saying that Tasha will kill Keisha, but it's time for Tasha to
Do some work.
she needs to do some work, and so I would like to see Tasha kill someone. But I think the two of them have to join forces in order to take them out. Also with Tariq, I think that Tariq Tommy or Ghost has to die before this is over, right? For the finale. So it's one of them, and it's either, I don't know if Tariq is going to kill Tommy to be loyal to the family, or if he's going to kill Ghost. But I'm like, every week I'll change up. But for
let
now,
me let you know in advance. I'm gonna be flip flopping.
No consistency, Bamm. No consistency.
But for now, I'm going to say that Tariq is going to kill Tommy for
Ghost.
You know, for Ghost.
For the family.
And then Tariq is going to have a spinoff. So that's
okay. Well, they might surprise all of us.
50 Cent is directing episode 6, I believe, and I just always hear from all the cast that he gives great direction on set. So imagine with the whole episode.
Yep. And before we go to our to what Bamm has for us, last thing is a prediction from one of our chat room fans. Taylor 1975 says, I think Dre is the one that 2-Bit shoots in the trunk of the car. Come through, Taylor. Okay. All right, Taylor.
And now
we'll see. Yeah, that's interesting.
I forgot I had some 2-Bit predictions, but I will save that. And so now going to, as I said, and I'll do this. Our top 15 moments here at AfterBuzz TV for the Power After Show. Please roll our favorite clip for this week.
And that was fantastic.
Yeah, remember this?
Oh my gosh. You're just whipping out the throwback. Of course I remember that. Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's the...
So this is a video.
Oh gosh.
3LW
Look
live
at me.
on Sunset.
Wow.
You look so young.
Yeah.
I know. Wow. Crazy.
With having such a successful career.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
I had it, so I wanted to bring it.
No, whip it out.
Yeah. And so with you being a part of a very successful group with 3LW.
2014, season 1 of Power. Listen, the guests have been here from the beginning.
Yes, the guest has been here, and Natari was our first guest. That was season 1. That was with myself, Robin, Thaddeus Massey, and Erica Green.
Yep.
And she was the first one on there, and
she was great.
She was really great, and it's so funny to watch the clips, because as I watch, and think about some of the predictions and some of the stuff that we said and how some stuff came true, and it's really cool to like look back at those clips.
Yeah. So again, we advise you guys, or we encourage you guys to do the same thing. Go through all of the seasons and check out some of your favorite moments and let us know as well.
Send them to us. Hit us up.
Yeah.
Yo, Bamm, I love the clip, but I don't think she wanted to talk about that DVD, bro. I think she wasn't right. I don't know.
So I think she was pretty pissed at me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she was pretty pissed at me. But sometimes
it's like, I ain't here to talk about them.
But the funny thing is, a lot of people didn't actually know she was it didn't start being mentioned in that she was a part of 3LW until the show started to take off.
Wow,
but
that's crazy.
It was probably like the 3rd season where they started to show clips, because I don't think a lot of people knew she was a part of 3LW. Yeah. I personally like 3LW. I like Can't
Is that
Get
the
Enough.
Song? Will you do? Will you don't?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I personally like 3LW, so I wasn't trying to be shady, but yeah. So let's give the news about our new social media page.
Yeah, you guys. Okay, how exciting is this? Because we there's always so much to talk about and so much to share from all of the guests who've ever been here with us. We just wanted to celebrate it all and celebrate you guys by giving you one place for you to follow all of us, which is Power After Plug on Instagram. Maybe on Twitter. Maybe we should start Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see about that. But as of right now, you guys can find us on Instagram and definitely follow all of us there.
And we'll definitely be posting behind the scenes of here at the studio, a few behind the scenes of us at the premiere, and anything that goes along this season.
Yes, and then also, like, when you guys are in the live chat room, if there's any questions, not only pertaining to the show, but if you have any questions about previous after shows that we done or anything with the guests, go ahead and ask away.
Definitely, that's the place to do it.
Yeah.
All right,
so we want to thank you guys for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV for Power After Show Season 6, The Final Betrayal. You can find me on all social media at Bamm Ericsen.
Jill Munroe, hit me up at Stiletto Jill. Holla.
Find me, you guys, at Robin Ayers.
It's your man Jimmy V. Find me at the Jimmy V.
So thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys next week. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Welcome back. Hey, welcome. Now playing with you.
Kanan Nagaro and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.